So you're setting up a Google business profile, and you're probably expecting to wait for a postcard to show up in the mail, right? Well, I've got some news for you. The old way is pretty much gone, but the good news is the new system is actually designed to protect real, legitimate businesses just like yours. So let's walk through exactly how to master this whole new world of video verification. And honestly, this airport security mindset is the perfect way to think about it. The process is a lot stricter, Google's way more suspicious, and they demand real solid proof that you are who you say you are. Yeah, it's a little more work, but it's also incredibly good at keeping all the spammers and fake listings off the map, which in the end really helps you out.
This really shows you the shift, doesn't it? We went from a super slow but pretty simple postcard system to a fast but very, very strict video system. The new way demands that you get it right. If you mess up, you can get stuck in this pending review loop for weeks on end. But don't you worry, we're going to go through this step by step to make sure you nail it on the very first try.
Okay, first crucial point, and this is a big one. You have to use your smartphone. This whole process is mobile only. There's no way to do it from your desktop. Why? Because you need to physically be at your business location to record the video. It's all about proving your existence in the real, physical world. First up, we've got to talk about the duplicate trap. Seriously, skipping this first search can cause you major headaches down the road, so let's make sure we get this right.
All you have to do is open up Google Maps and type in your exact business name. Sometimes Google creates these little ghost listings from public data. If you see one pop up, just click Claim This Business. That is always the safer way to go. If and only if you find absolutely nothing, then you can go ahead and create a brand new profile from scratch. All right, let's move on to what is, no joke, the single biggest reason businesses get suspended, sometimes right after they create their profile. It all comes down to one thing: how you handle your address.
You have to make a choice right here, and being honest is absolutely key. This one decision is going to dictate everything that comes next. Now, what's great about this is how crystal clear the rules are. If you're a storefront, a retail shop, a cafe, you absolutely must display your address, and you need permanent professional signage. We're not talking about a temporary banner. But if you're a service area business, or SAB, like a plumber, a landscaper, a mobile mechanic, you absolutely must hide your address from your public listing. Let me say that one more time because it is so important. If you run a service business from your home, you'll give Google your home address for their eyes only for verification. But you have to select the option to hide it from your public profile. Showing your home address publicly is the absolute fastest way to get your profile suspended, period. Okay, with all those preliminary steps handled correctly, it is time for the main event, actually recording the verification video. This is where we prove we're a real, legitimate operation. First, let's cover the technical rules before you even think about hitting that record button. Your video has to be one single continuous shot. No stopping, no starting, and absolutely no editing allowed. It needs to be short. We're talking under 2 minutes usually, and you should plan to upload it right after you're done recording.
The good news is you don't have to guess what to film. The content of your video should follow this simple 3-part script. First, you'll prove your location. Second, you prove you have access. And third, you prove you're actually open for business. Let's break down each one.
For location proof, you're going to start your recording outside on the street. Get a nice shot of the street sign, maybe some nearby businesses to help Google get its bearings. Then get a clear shot of your building's address number. And finally, in one continuous motion, just walk from the street right up to your front door.
Now, this next part is absolutely crucial. This is where you prove you have the authority to be there. As you get to the door, show yourself unlocking it with a key or putting a code into a keypad. This is totally non-negotiable. It proves to Google you're not just some random person standing in front of a building. And here we have the final step. Once you're inside, what you show next depends entirely on your business type. For a storefront, you're going to pan around and show your permanent sign on the wall, your products on the shelves, and your cash register or payment system. For a service area business, you'll show the tools of your trade, your work truck, your equipment, maybe some branded uniforms, and even official paperwork like your business license.
Okay, you did it. You recorded and uploaded your video. Congratulations! The hardest part is over. But now comes the part that requires the most discipline, the waiting game.
This is the single most important piece of advice I can give you for this stage. Once your profile says processing, do not touch it. Just do nothing.
So why is this so critical? Well, because any little edit you make while your profile is under review, changing the name, tweaking the hours, even just uploading a photo, it resets the entire review clock back to 0. Even worse, it can trigger a fraud alert in Google's system, which can delay your verification even longer. Now, the review process can take anywhere from 24 hours to maybe 5 days, so you've got to be patient. Only after a full 7 days have gone by with no change should you even think about reaching out to Google support for help. And then, finally, that magic moment. You get the email, the little badge turns green, and you are officially verified and live on Google Maps. But listen, this isn't the finish line. Nope, this is the starting line.
I absolutely love this analogy because it's so true. Getting verified is just like buying a gym membership. Just having the card in your wallet doesn't build any muscle, right? You actually have to go in and do the work. Your verified profile is an incredibly powerful tool, but only if you actually use it.
So the hard work of verification is done, which leads us to the next, much more exciting challenge. You're officially on the map, but you're in a sea of competitors. So the real question is, how do you optimize your profile to stand out, to rank higher, and to make sure that when a customer searches, they find you first?